My books are available on Amazon, dreallday.com/Amazon, hard copy and digital copy. Work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
There are times in life, I'm sure all of us have felt, we've been involved in things in life, maybe as a relationship, maybe as a job, maybe as a business idea we're trying to get off the ground. Maybe it's just something we've been working on outside of all those things. And we're thinking about, maybe we should walk away from this. Maybe I should quit doing this. But the thing that stops a lot of people from quitting when they should quit is what? The thoughts that have been drilled into our brains. Like, you don't quit anything. You got to finish what you start. If you start something, you got to make sure you see it through to the end. Oh, you can't fail until you quit. You know, quitters never win and winners never quit. How many of you have ever stopped yourself from quitting something that you knew you didn't want to do anymore for whatever reason, but you stopped yourself because of those ideas that have been drilled into your head ever since you were very young? It's taught to us in school. It's taught to us by our parents. Taught to us at work. We see it in sports all the time. Whenever somebody is successful in a sport, right? Somebody gets successful in a sport or a business, or they win some award, they like, man, I never quit. I had all these times I could have quit and I didn't quit. I didn't walk away. But what you have to understand is that those same people and yourself, there are going to be things that you're successful in life, but there are also, in order for you to become successful, there might be some things that you need to give up. You need to get rid of some things. You need to learn how to quit, when to walk away from things. What's up, Dalton on Facebook, Kevin Jerome, Alan, yes, definitely. Kevin Jerome on there. Arad, what's going on? Everybody on Facebook checking in. Please make sure you share this on your feeds, my Facebook people. Periscope, I appreciate those hearts. Please keep the hearts coming. We're going for 2 million. That's the next number. The next number is 2 million hearts on Facebook. So today what I'm going to share with you all, ladies and gentlemen, is when to know, how to know when to quit anything that you're involved in life. And there are 3 specific things that you must hit all 3 of these to know that it is time to quit something. What's going on, Andrea Vinci? Where you checking in from, Andrea? Shout out to everybody on Facebook here. And there is another thing that I want to add in. You know, I got this. I say work on your game all the time. I talk about persistence being one of my main skills or attributes. Being consistent, stick-to-itiveness, as they say it. Keep going on anything that you get involved in life. But there are times when I have decided, like, I need to quit this, I need to stop doing this, I need to walk away from this, get rid of that. And because of those things, I was able to become successful in other areas. Understand, you can't do everything at the exact same time. Now, you might be able to do 3 things, you might be able to do 20 things, but there are some things in order to do 20 that you got to get rid of. We all agree with that. So let's get right into it. So I'll stop giving all this intro. Here's the number 1 way that you know. And when I say quitting, you could call this walking away in strength. I did a video on this on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DreUPT, or just look up my name, Dre Baldwin. I got 4,000 videos on YouTube where I talk about walking away in strength. And there's a time you have to know when to do that. So here's number 1. Number 1, you no longer see the vision that you once saw. It is no longer real to you. In my most recent TED Talk, I did a TED Talk about a month ago, or about 4 weeks ago in Miami. The topic was self-confidence. And one of the things I talked about at the end, actionable steps I gave at the end of that TED Talk. The video will be out this month in March. Y'all will all see it. Trust me, you won't be able to get away from it. What's up, Saneed? I talked about being able to see your visions in life. See, any time in life where you're thinking about walking away from something, all you need to do is look in your mind and say, do I still see this vision? I'll tell you a quick story. When I was playing basketball, my background is as a pro athlete, played basketball overseas 9 years. And when I was 16, I tried out for the basketball team in high school for the 3rd year in a row, freshman, sophomore, junior year. Junior year, I tried out for the basketball team, and I didn't make the team. I actually had my worst performance of all 3 years trying out was my junior year performance. It was the worst of all the years, and it was the year that I thought I was most ready to make the basketball team. It was in front of a whole bunch of people. This dude had scored all these points on me in front of everybody. Everybody was laughing. I felt embarrassed, and I really was thinking about quitting basketball. I considered quitting basketball, and for about a week, I didn't touch a basketball. I didn't want to play basketball. I didn't talk about basketball. All I did in my mind for that week was try to think, what else can I be in life? How else can I be successful? Because I've always been a person who likes to visualize who I'm going to be, where I'm going to be, and what I'm going to do. So all that up to that point, I've been visualizing myself being a basketball player from the time I started playing around age 14 to then. But then during that week, I'm like, all right, basketball is not going to work out. So what else can I be? Can I be this really good student? Can I be a rapper? Can I be a businessman? Can I be a lawyer? What can I be? During that entire week, what happened was, the reason why I ended up continuing to play basketball after that week was the only vision that my mind kept giving me over and over and over again was of me playing basketball. Even though at that moment there was nothing, absolutely nothing in my reality that said I was going to be a basketball player. There was nothing that said Dre is going to be successful in basketball. I just got cut from the basketball team for the 3rd year in a row. I just got destroyed at basketball tryouts for the 3rd year in a row. I was a complete bum. I had no reputation. I had no resume. I had nobody believing in me. I had no coach, no trainer, no hope. There wasn't all this internet stuff where I could go online and find somebody to motivate me. None of this existed. But the only thing that I had was in my mind. There was a vision that said you can still be a basketball player. That's the only reason I kept doing it. And that vision, and what I explained in my TED Talk, was that when you have that vision, that's how you know it's still real. So what I said in point number 1 is, you know when it's time to walk away from something, when that thing that you're working on is not, you don't walk away just because it gets hard. You don't walk away because you have a failure. You don't walk away because somebody told you you're not going to make it. You don't walk away because you didn't get a job or you didn't make the team or you lost some money. That's not why you walk away. You walk away when in your mind you can no longer envision yourself being successful at that thing. That is number 1. And understand you need all 3 of these. So this is number 1. So if you don't have number 1, you're not supposed to quit. If you have number 1, then listen out for number 2 and number 3. Number 1 is this. You no longer see in your mind a vision of you being successful at that thing. Everybody got me so far? Can I please get some more hearts? Periscope. Thank you. Now, number 2. Number 2 thing that you're going to look for to know when it's time to walk away in strength or when it's time to just quit and give up a situation, a relationship, anything, is this. The hard days. When you have a hard day, a long day, a setback, a big challenge, those aren't exciting or motivating for you when you think about what's the payoff for doing all this work. For example, there's a lot of athletes who follow me, a lot of athletes watching this right now. As an athlete, there are days where you're going to have a hard practice. There are days you're going to have a workout that you absolutely don't feel like doing. There are times you're going to get injured or you're going to have some pain somewhere in your body and you're like, damn, I really don't feel like going and doing these conditioning drills. I really don't feel like going to the weight room. I really don't feel like practicing today. I really don't feel like hearing the coach yelling at me today. You're a business owner. There are going to be times when you lose customers. There's going to be times where you're going to lose a big account. There are going to be times when your business is just not generating the type of money you wanted to generate. And on those days, even in a relationship, there are going to be times in your relationships, right, where you want to choke your husband or you want to choke your wife or you want to smack one of your kids upside the head or you just want to be like, I wish I could just get away from my girlfriend or my boyfriend for about 3 days so I just don't have to hear their mouth. Any of you ever been in a situation like that in your business, your sport, your relationship, anything that you're doing? Is anybody on the same page as me right now on what I'm talking about? Let me know as I take a drink of water. Shout out to Smart Water. We got to get this sponsorship going. All right, everybody knows what I'm talking about. So when you have those hard days, here's the thing that you need to do. When you have those challenging days, you need to think to yourself, what's the payoff of me going through this? What is the payoff of me going through this challenge, this hard day right now? When you think about what the payoff is, the payoff of going through those times when you're not generating any business at your job or in your entrepreneurial venture. You're going through the days where it's a hard day in the gym in basketball. Your trainer's getting on your nerves, or your coach just screamed at you in front of the whole team. Going through those days where you had 10 turnovers in the game and everybody at school was there. So the next day, everybody's thinking about the 10 turnovers you had all day in school. When you're going through those times when you're arguing with your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're like, yo, it'd be a lot easier if they just weren't here right now. When you're going through those challenges, you need to ask yourself this question. Is the payoff of going through this worth it? If the payoff still excites you, for example, if you're in a business, you just started your business 6 months ago and your business is not really getting what you wanted to get, or maybe you're losing customers, ask yourself, if I keep going in this business, where could it take me? And if the answer to that question excites you, you need to keep going. When you're in a relationship, you're arguing with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you ask yourself, all right, where's this relationship going to go? Where do I see myself with this person? And you see on the good days of being with this person, is there a payoff? Do you see value in being with this person? Is there some value you get in being around them? If you're an athlete, you go through one of those hard days in your workout, does it make sense for me to continue to play basketball? Am I going to get something valuable out of continuing to be a basketball player? Is this day getting yelled at by the coach? Is this worth it for me to get yelled at and get screamed at by everybody and have everybody in the stands laughing at me? Is it going to be a bounce back from this setback? If the answer is yes, if you're still motivated by the payoff of going through that bullshit, then the answer is you must continue to go. Now, if you're going through some tough stuff and you don't see the payoff of going through it, then it might be time for you to walk away. Now, this is step number 2. Let's make sure this is step number 2. So number 1 is that you no longer see the vision you once saw. Number 2, going through the hard days, you don't see the payoff. Number 3 step, and for those just checking in, we are talking about When are the 3 times? These are 3 specific criteria. You must hit all 3 in order to know when to quit something, when to walk away and strength from what it is that you're doing. It's like a combination lot. So don't pick and choose 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3. You need all 3. Number 3 thing you need. You don't like it, or you have no natural inclination for doing it. You don't like it. You have no natural inclination for doing it. What does that mean? How many times in life have you met somebody, or maybe you've been this person, or known somebody, or seen somebody who was trying to be something that they had no natural ability to do? They had no real skill of doing, but for whatever reason, maybe somebody told them to, maybe they've been doing it for such a long time, maybe they heard that they can't quit, maybe they heard that quitters never win and winners never quit, and they kept trying to become successful in this thing that they just absolutely weren't good at. I'll tell you a story. My background, before I started playing basketball, I was playing baseball. I played baseball for about 5 years, from age like 9 to about age 14, something like that. Now, when we first started playing baseball, they had a pitching machine where the umpire basically would stand on the pitching mound, drop a baseball into this machine. It would come at the exact spot every single time, straight down the line, the same spot every time. And I got pretty good after about 4 years. I got pretty good at hitting that baseball. So I was hitting home runs and everything after about 3-4 years of struggling even to hit that baseball. Finally, when I got to age 14, I started playing fast pitch baseball, when there's an actual pitcher up there and they throw the ball, and the pitcher doesn't always throw it at the same spot. I was scared of the ball. I could not hit a pitched baseball to save my life. I couldn't even catch ground balls when I was playing the field on defense. Eventually, I realized to myself, you know what? I don't have much natural inclination for baseball. I don't have much talent for playing baseball. I enjoy it because I like sports. But at the same time, I don't have much natural inclination for this. I started playing basketball. I saw some flashes of ability. I wasn't good, but I had some flashes of ability. I felt like I had some natural inclination. I was tall, had long arms. I could run and jump. You know, I'm black. So I had an idea that I could probably maybe become successful playing basketball. So that's when I dropped baseball and went to basketball, because I saw I had no natural inclination for baseball, and I didn't enjoy the struggle of trying to get good at baseball. Everybody understand that? I didn't enjoy the struggle. The struggle of getting good at baseball was not enjoyable to me. It wasn't enjoyable to me when somebody would hit a ground ball, and it would go under my legs because I didn't get low enough to pick up the ground ball with my glove. I didn't enjoy striking out 3 times every game. I didn't enjoy the fact that I was afraid to swing the bat when a pitcher was throwing a baseball at 60, 75 miles per hour. Mind you, this is 14-year-old kids. So at that time, I didn't enjoy the struggle. Now, when I started playing basketball, I enjoyed the struggle. I enjoyed the struggle of not scoring any points in the pickup game. I enjoyed the struggle. Something in me enjoyed the struggle of the older guys getting mad at me because I couldn't dribble the ball up the court. I enjoyed the struggle of standing in one spot the entire game on offense because I knew I couldn't dribble. I couldn't score on the inside, so I just stand on the outside, and if I caught it, I'd just shoot the jump shot. I would make it, but that was the only skill I had. I enjoyed the struggle of players telling me, like, yo, Joe, you need to improve your game. You need to work on your off-the-dribble stuff. You need to get better going to the basket. You need to get stronger. You need to stop playing so scared. I enjoyed that struggle of getting better at it. If you don't enjoy the struggle of the thing that you're doing, then it's time to walk away. So let me recap these 3 things, and I'm going to take any questions anybody got, and then I'm going to make a couple announcements. So 3 things you're looking for when it's time to quit anything that you're doing. This could be a relationship, it could be a job, it can be a business, it can be a sport. Number 1, you no longer see the vision that you once saw. If your mind can no longer see you being successful or reaching a compelling end, a compelling point in doing the thing that you're doing, then it might be time to walk away. That's one thing you need. Number 2 thing that you need. The hard days or the payoff of those hard days are not exciting or motivating to you anymore. If you are not excited or motivated about what you're going to get from putting in all that hard work, then it might be time to walk away. Number 3, you don't like it or you have no natural inclination to do it. You're basically struggling to be okay. That was what I was doing in baseball. I was struggling and striving, working as hard as I possibly could. And if I did everything right, I would have been an okay baseball player. I would have been an average, unremarkable baseball player, even if everything had gone exactly as I wanted it to go. That's where I would have ended up. That wasn't compelling enough to me. I didn't like it. I had no natural inclination. I had no vision of being a major league player. So why the hell am I doing this? I walked away from baseball because of that. Anybody got any questions? I'll take questions, and I'll make a couple announcements here. I see Facebook, we got a couple, so I'm going to take those. Also, this is Dre Baldwin, Dre All Day, y'all talking to here. First announcement is I'm doing a webinar, time management webinar tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern on my website. That'll be at dreallday.com/time. I appreciate that. One of patience, dreallday.com/time. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make it, you will be able to watch an evergreen. I'm going to set it. There are going to be certain times you'll be able to choose after that one's over. When do I take a day off? A day off from what? A day off from what? It depends on what you're asking me to take a day off from. Also, business people. I'm looking for some business people to work with. If you are business minded, you're at least over the age of 18 and you're in the United States, send me in. Actually, go to dreallday.com/biz. dreallday.com/biz. Is it possible to be great at a sport without a team? Was that the question? When do you take a day off from basketball? When you feel like it. Listen to your body. It's not about when somebody else says. You're going to need to listen to your body. When your body tells you you need a day off, that's when you take a day off. If you don't need one, then you don't need one. Everybody doesn't go by the same. Everybody's body does not work on the same calendar. All right, I'm looking on Facebook. I know some questions on here. Dalton says, when I'm sore from working out, I don't feel like putting up shots after. Well, it really is not about you not feeling like putting up shots. It's about, do you see the goal? Do you see what's going to be the end goal from you doing that? That's the question. That's what I mean. What's up, Eric? Checking in from NY. How you feeling? Are these the only 3 factors? These are 3 factors that you must have. These are 3 factors that you must have. You have all 3 of these factors, that's when it's time to walk away from what you're doing. All 3 of them. I think the most important emphasis the author is yes, exactly. You need all 3. John says, you never quit. Quitting is not in your vocabulary. Just play and enjoy the game. Not necessarily. That's not necessarily true, John. There are times when you do quit. And that's exactly what I said at the beginning of the stream. You might not have caught that at the beginning. You might not have caught that at the beginning of the stream. For your webpage directories, forward or backslash. It's always the same slash. I think if you use the other slash, it doesn't work. It's dreallday.com/time. It's the same slash no matter what. I don't think there's ever a forward slash. I may be wrong with that. Could somebody correct me? Isn't it always the same slash? The same slash you use after the HTTP, those slashes, is the same one. The webinar is dreallday.com/time. I just type the slash. I don't even think about forward slash, backslash. That's why I never even say that. The slash that I'm talking about is the one that's next to the shift key on the keyboard. So if you open your keyboard, it's next to the shift key on a computer. Now on your phone, I can't see it because I'm using my phone right now on the Periscope. And that people who are looking for some ways to work, I'm looking for some people who want to work. That's dreallday.com/biz. dreallday.com/biz. B-I-Z. David on Facebook says, how do you know you enjoy the struggle? It's not about enjoying the struggle. It's about, do you see a payoff for the struggle? Can I do a brief overview of the topic? Eric, what you're going to need to do is watch the replay. Same thing happened to me. I cut every year in high school. Now I'm currently playing for, I didn't see who you're playing for, but I think you were telling us that was basically became a success. So congratulations to you. I missed that last comment that somebody left. There was another question. David says, Colina says, work how? Well, go to that link and fill out the form, and I'll let you know if I'm interested. David says, is there a specific aspect of business you're looking for when you just ask people to contact you? What you're going to do is go to that link, fill out the form. I'm going to see the information that you share, and I'll be in touch with you. That's simple. So go to dreallday.com/biz, fill out that form. I will be in touch. It'll ask for your contact information. Make sure your information is accurate. I'll reach out to you once I have your information, and we'll go from there. You must be over 18. Must be over 18, legal U.S. resident. Oh, no doubt. Thank you, John. Any other questions can I take on Facebook and or Periscope? This is Dre Baldwin again. Time management webinar tomorrow. dreallday.com/time. Business opportunities. dreallday.com/biz. B-I-Z. B-I-Z. Oh, in college. All right, that's what's up. Congratulations, Austin, for making the basketball team in college. David says, the payoff being what exactly are you setting big goals? David, have you been here for the entire stream? If you haven't, watch it from the beginning when this stream is over and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because everything was put into perfect context. I think I'm pretty articulate when I'm putting things into context here. So if you're asking that question, I think you might not have caught the whole stream. So watch it from the beginning, excuse me, and you'll be able to catch it. Now, if you watch it from the beginning and it's still something you don't get, send me a snap. You can snap me at Dre Baldwin. My Snapchat is at Dre Baldwin. At Dre Baldwin is my Snapchat. If you on Snapchat, add me on Snapchat. Do I put out live vids every day? Can somebody answer that question? Marcus on Facebook asked, Dre, do you do live vids every day? Can somebody answer that question for me? What if you no longer see the vision, but it still excites you? If you don't hit all 3 points, then it's not time to quit. You need to hit all 3 points to know that it's time to quit. All 3. You no longer see the vision. The hard days don't excite you because you don't see the payoff and you don't have any natural inclination. Marcus on Facebook is not, I don't do live every single day on Facebook, but on Periscope is every single day. Sometimes I do both at the same time like I'm doing right now. I got Facebook over here, Periscope over here. Coach Kev said I'm Mr. Social Media. So you got a couple answers to your questions right there, Marcus. Yes, every day. So if you can't catch me on Facebook, you can always catch me on Periscope. All right, any more questions? Can we take anything else? Going once, going twice. This is Dre All Day TV, Work on Your Game University. Y'all are watching. Y'all know how to reach me. Webinar, dreallday.com/time. Work opportunities, dreallday.com/biz. Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. Everybody good? When do I go live on Periscope? Usually it's not a specific time, but if you follow my Snapchat, I will always snap when I'm about to go live on Periscope. Almost every time I go live on Periscope, I snap right before I do it. Everybody, have a fantastic day. Y'all know how to reach me. Facebook, y'all can just send me a message. Alan says there's a difference between a hobby and a career goal. Of course there's a difference. In regards to quitting, do I think this formula, all right, Facebook came with a couple questions. Do I think this formula is the same for both? Or with a hobby, you don't really have to quit it because it doesn't take as much commitment. David says, how do you get in contact with Grant Cardone? How'd you gather a network to get where you are? David, that's a very loaded question. I got in contact with Grant Cardone just by reaching out to them, and I sold myself. That's one of the things I specialize in, teaching people how to sell themselves, market and promote themselves, their business, their products, and their services. But if you got some questions about doing it for yourself, send me an email, dre@dreallday.com, or snap me at Dre Baldwin. Josh says, how about if your parents don't want you to play pro basketball? What does that have to do with you? What does what your parents want have to do with what you actually do? Once you get to the age of 18, you can go get yourself a job, an apartment, a car, and you can do what you want to do. Your parents can't stop you. All right, anybody else got any questions? Well, actually, anybody else got a question, send me a snap at Dre Baldwin or email me dre@dreallday.com. I got stuff to do. Webinar, dreallday.com/time is a free webinar tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Work opportunities, dreallday.com/biz. Y'all know where to reach me, work on your game. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. I work on your game. Dre All